the RQ, the Rekieta Question. There are some updates, chat. There are some updates here. We'll first start out with Kayla's case. You guys remember we went over Kayla's motion to dismiss, and then we went over the state's response, and the state's response basically was just like, this is retarded. Why are we doing this? And as of right now, they have responded. There were briefs submitted by Kayla. Then there were briefs submitted by the attorney, by the prosecutor. They responded this week. And it's now under advisement by Judge Wenzel. And I still think it's funny. His initials are SJW. So the SJW has taken it under advisement. I'm sure he'll be back soon with a denied, just like the other things from Kale, just like the things for Nick. It'll be denied and go from there. Not really a shocker, chat, at this point, but once again, be prepared. Next week, Nick has his his settlement conference, and I know he's talked about, it's going to be great. He's going to show them what's up. Well, we'll see. Keep a pin in that. That's on Tuesday. And then for Aaron M. Holt from the Steel Toe Morning Show. If you guys remember, he is facing the charge of dissemination of private sexual images, basically revenge porn as a felony and a misdemeanor. And he is currently now, he had his settlement conference this past week. And what's going on is it's being continued out, and it's getting continued until sometime in January. So there has been no resolution on that yet. I kind of get the feeling, based on what Aaron has indicated, there are things in motion regarding what Nick did with Aaron's stuff, and basically unauthorized access to Aaron's Google accounts, emails, attorney-client confidential information, financial information, all that fun stuff. So I'm sure stuff's a brewing, stuff's a boiling. So anyways, in the meantime, Nick, good job, man. Great way to help the case where your wife's the victim by around in it. I'm sure that's not going to have any negative results at all. It's like you were warned not to probably do that, but once again, you know better. Chasarian Fraud says, at this point, do you believe Nick is delusional enough to take this to trial? Yes, I still do. I believe, I hope he doesn't. But from what I understand, yeah, he thinks he thought he had all these ways out of it. And I think he did, it's the delusion of, I'm negotiating with the state. No, the state is giving you terms and you're going to have to accept them. But once again, we'll find out. We'll find out what happens. So Trish Norman says, could he get disbarred for? Yes. Well, the thing he could get disbarred for is having attorney-client communications. Attorney-client privilege materials is a big deal. And if you get sent something as an attorney from like opposing parties that's not meant for you, you're supposed to delete it right away. Like there's a whole process about it. But surveilling and eavesdropping in on the private communications between an attorney and their client, and it's a case you're not actually the party with. You're not opposing counsel even. You're kind of like a third party who's interfering and surveilling information. And I know Nick's going to say, well, I never opened them. It's like, well, and apparently Melton seems to think you guys did. And either way, you had access to all that stuff. That is an issue of, your character and fitness, that you're not honest. It's a really big deal. It's a big deal. And if they have proof that he intercepted those emails and read them, yeah, that's a breach of attorney-client confidentiality. It's a breach of any of your basic duties as an attorney. It's a trust issue. I mean, who would ever want to hire Nick at this point? Any firms, you can't trust them to follow the rules, maintain confidentiality, and maintain ethics with it. Having Nick, if any of these supposed clients Nick has, whoever the hell they are, you can't trust Nick for anything he'll ever tell you. Because how do you know he's going to keep it secret? You don't. It's really bad. It's really, really, really bad. Yeah, it's an obstinate kind of stupid. Yes. Nick thinks he's DSP right now. No, because DSP actually, survives. If Nick did what Nick did it, then Minnesota Bar is gonna, they're gonna just ream him out, 100%. Love it 2 times says clients. Hey, he says he did it. He says he's got clients. I don't know what he doesn't lie. He always tells the truth. Um, Benjamin Lewis says possessing 25 grams or more counts as a first degree felony. He's only facing a second. It's not. It's a second degree felony. And he could face it. He's faces up to 25 years, but he's not going to get any of that. He's not going to get any of that. And it's only a second degree anyway. So don't worry. He's not going to jail on this. Now, if he gets charged with like computer fraud and unauthorized use of a computer, and then as Patrick Melton has said, Nick has shared naked pictures of Aaron, and then I'm sure Aaron has not authorized those guys to share those, so that's a revenge porn, disseminating disseminating private sexual material. And then, as Patrick Melton has said, he's seen naked pictures of April. I'm sure April is not cool with Patrick Melton seeing her naked. So, probably like 2 counts of, felony level revenge porn himself. It's like Nick throws a reverso card down on himself. Brilliant move. Brilliant move. I wonder, let me see here. His brain doesn't appear to work anymore. Yeah, I don't think so. And Sad Clown says, are they going to take his computers away? You really don't need to. I mean, because all the stuff in Google is on Google. And despite what some of the, I remember Melton saying like, or it wasn't Melton, it was one of the people he was talking to said like, oh, just one click and you can get rid of it. It's not on your thing. It's in Google's internal servers. So even if you delete stuff, they still have access to everything. It's never gone. So unless you're inside Google hacking Google, it's not going away. One click of the mouse does not save you. Garrett says he was offered really favorable plea. I mean, the plea probably includes probation. It's a basic standard plea, I'm assuming at this point. So anyways, that's where Nick is with that. That's the end of the Rekieta question. I know some of you guys might be thinking, oh my gosh, there's more to it. Like, nope, that's it tonight, chat. There really isn't anything going on. Just telling you guys that. And yeah, that's, I hope some of you guys weren't thinking there was going to be something crazy out there, because there isn't. Missouri Battleflag saying attorneys very likely to be disbarred if they're found guilty of a felony. That's not always automatic. Like when I mean disbarment, I mean like they're taking your license, you're never getting it back. His license will probably get suspended for a felony conviction. That's very common. And with drug charges, they're gonna like, can you be clean? Can you do this? Can you do that? But it's never automatically a complete disbarment. The moral turpitude things is probably where he would get hammered, even if let's say the felony case got dismissed tomorrow and the computer stuff never happens. That's what'll get him. So yeah.